Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
And I'm Andrew Thomas.
Shut up and sit down.
Sunday, week 14 is just about wrapped up, and we're going to be going over all the games and important notes we got from them. Let's just fly right into it with Thursday's game against the Rams against the Pats. Jacob, what were your thoughts?
We saw a playoff team doing what they're supposed to be doing. The LA Rams are undoubtedly one of the best teams in the league right now. We saw it both on the offensive and the defensive end. We saw, first off, with the rushing, we got to give Cam Akers. He has been so good this year. I really think that we've we've been able to see that with Sean McVay in the past with Todd Gurley, but his rushing offense has always been so good.
Yeah.
His passing's been good also, but the rushing we have to acknowledge as much as we can, because we're seeing it again with Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson at the beginning of the year. He was also going off.
Yeah.
So that's a great accomplishment. And it was just it was a great game for the Rams, and there was really nothing the Pats could have done.
Yeah, Pats were kind of bad. The LA Rams defense went off, and Newton threw another interception. They had Stidham in for a little bit, and Pats usually have to rely on their rushing game, which was pretty bad today. I mean, not today, Thursday.
Do you think it's over for the Patriots? Do you think they really need to move on from Cam?
Yeah, I think so. I think Cam is a good quarterback. Well, they don't need to move on from Cam. They need to get better receivers. Like, Cam is throwing interceptions, but also it's the fact that their receivers aren't very good.
Yes. I think their running backs are good.
Running backs are good,
James White I think are great.
Yeah, I think Sony Michel's really good.
Yeah, they have no receivers.
No. Especially also since Julian Edelman's out.
Yeah.
And even he's getting older.
Exactly. They have N'Keal Harry. That's it. He's been good. He's been fine, but
He's been fine.
They need more. We need to also see that elite defense come back again, because we have not seen that this year.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it last week.
We've seen sparks of it. It's not that we haven't seen it. We've seen sparks of it, but nothing to the true potential of what it was. Because last year it was that top 3 defense. We saw Stephon Gilmore just going off and being
so good,
arguable top 5 player in the league.
Yeah, and he was definitely a top 10 player.
Absolutely. All right, let's go on to the next game, which is the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars game.
No surprise here, but I gotta say, Derrick Henry, he did all right today.
He did okay.
He could have done better.
Could have done better. A mere 215 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yep, 2 rushing touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah, on a crazy 8.3 average or rush. That's
ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Jaguars suck, though, so nothing they could have done.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't understand why the Jaguars didn't have Gardner Minshew in at the start.
I don't know. I think it's mostly because since he's coming back from injury and they want him to just coast his way into it, so they had Mike Glennon really playing that role. But I think now that they're seeing that he can play, and since he threw that touchdown and got all the yardage, they can tell that, okay, he's ready to play.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I get that.
Yep.
But yeah, let's head on to that. Well, not really surprising there. Let's head on to the Vikings-Bucks game. And this game was okay, I guess. I don't know how to put it. I wasn't expecting it to be close at all, to be honest.
No, I kind of was. You're talking about 2 teams that have probably 2 of the best offense. 2 of a top 10 offense in the league. First off, you got the Vikings, who have Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, who is a top 3 running back, and then you arguably have one of the best wide receiver cores in the league with Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. So, I know that Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen kind of slipped up today. We didn't really see them their full potential. And then on the other hand, you got the Bucs. You got Tom Brady, the GOAT, showing his true colors again. He had a great game.
Yep, he did good.
That unstoppable offense with Ronald Jones Jr., Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Scott Miller, Gronk. the list goes on and on, which
Yeah.
is crazy because it's a stacked offense. So I'm
Yeah,
a
their offense is stacked. That's a reason. I just wasn't expecting the Vikings to be close. Also for the fact that their defense is not good.
That's true. I mean, the Bucks do have much better defense. They got great rushing
Yeah.
and passing defense this year.
Yeah, it's good. It's good this year.
It is very good. Let's go on to the Chiefs and Dolphins game, which was actually closer than I
Really
expected.
close. It was really close. And shockingly, Patrick Mahomes threw more interceptions than touchdowns this game.
That's crazy to me.
But I got to give it up to my man. Travis Kelsey's back at it again.
He's nuts. We were
He's a
talking
different
about
breed.
this before. He's insanely consistent.
Yeah.
Like he's
He's his last 4 games, he's had 8 receptions each. And he actually had the exact same stat line this week that he had last week. He had 8 receptions, 136 yards, and a touchdown 2 weeks in a row. The exact same.
freaky. That's freaky.
It's weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
I was looking at it on fantasy and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, but we got to give Brian Flores, the coach for the Dolphins. I personally think he deserves coach of the year.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about a team that nobody expected to do well, and now they could probably make the playoffs.
Yeah, they probably will. They'll probably get I think they're going to get the 6th seed.
Potentially. I mean,
But
they have a top 10 defense.
they
I
have
mean,
great defense, yeah.
it's mostly their defense that's really carrying this team to the reason why they're 8-5. But we can't not talk about that offense because you got Tua, who's a rookie and is still doing great. You got Mike Gesicki, Devontae Parker, DeAndre Washington. I mean, they got a great team. I think they just need. I mean, they need a bit more on offense to make it
Yeah.
a much
They
better.
still have a good offense, though.
Oh yeah,
Mike Gesicki, he's been doing pretty good.
yes.
And also, we need to see more Devontae Parker. Like he's been a little bit of a letdown this year.
It's not. I mean, he's been a little inconsistent, but also it's just injuries. That's the problem with him. It's
Yes,
a little bit like that last year. We've seen a lot more this year because he's been out a couple weeks and he got injured during the game today as well. I'm pretty sure he had a hip injury. So
yeah, I think he did. That's true.
so that's sad, but oh well.
Well, yeah. Let's move on to the Broncos Panthers game, and this one, I'll say this was a shocker.
Oh
This was
yeah.
a shocker.
Oh yeah.
Like I wasn't like they didn't have Christian McCaffrey, but Drew Lock threw 4 touchdowns today, which
Drew
is
Lock
pretty freaking insane.
Drew Lock MVP.
Yes.
280 yards and 4 touchdowns. Oh my god.
Crazy.
It's I mean, he's a great quarterback. I feel like he's been very underrated. I mean,
Well, okay, buddy, you can stop talking right there.
on Drew Lock being underrated?
No, he's not underrated. He's not overrated. He's just about right. He's not very good.
No,
He's like Baker Mayfield, bro.
first-
This is like a one good
No,
game.
absolutely.
He has 13 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. How are you going to call him underrated, bro?
Okay,
He's
they
had
also
one
have
good game
they
too.
also have
Besides
a
that,
terrible offensive line, and also they're one of their their best wide receiver was injured before the season started.
yeah,
Or-
but he still has Noah Fant too. But like he has a rating
Noah
of
Fant was injured
75.
also. Noah Fant was injured also.
He
Not
still
that-
has a freaking rating of 75.
Okay, but I still think that in 5 years he's
And
gonna.
I'm not gonna. I won't mention the fact that he had a 4 interception game.
All right, but I still think you telling me that let's say in a couple years time he's not going to be a great quarterback in one.
Well, we're talking about right now. You say he's underrated. He's
I
not
still think
underrated.
he's underrated. Yes,
He's not underrated though. He's terrible right now.
he just had 4 touchdowns. If you think a man that
Okay, is Baker Mayfield a good quarterback? He's had 2 4-touchdown games. Is he good?
No, he's fine.
He's fine.
But he also
Drew Lock is fine.
But Drew Lock doesn't have options this year. What does he have? Melvin Gordon, who has been extremely inconsistent. Jerry Jeudy, who has been not a terrible rookie. Tim Patrick, who's been fine. That's it. Noah Fant. Noah Fant is their best offensive player besides Drew Lock. So then you look at Baker Mayfield, who had OBJ for almost half the season, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, Jarvis Landry. I mean, come on, Austin Hooper. He literally had a stacked offense. Obviously, he's more likely to have a much better game than Drew Lock, but Drew Lock is able to do so well with what he's given. That's what Deshaun Watson is. Deshaun Watson has those same 10 things that Drew Lock has.
That is true. Well, speaking of Deshaun Watson, the next game
They
is
lost.
Texans Bears.
As the Texans lost.
Texans were terrible. Like,
No, but the thing is, it was, I mean, like we were saying before, Deshaun Watson is the best leader in the league.
yeah, the Texans are still 4-9. I would expect them to be like, what, 2-12? No, I can't do math. 2-11.
I mean,
I'm sorry, I can't do math. It's too late
yeah.
for this.
I mean, it's, I definitely expected them to do worse, especially without D-Hop this year. And with David Johnson getting injured, and it just didn't. And
Duke Johnson got injured in the end.
Yep, Duke Johnson got injured, so it just did not was not looking well for them. I mean, but they've been able to hold their own as much as they can. That's really been the big thing.
Yeah, but also with the Bears, Mitch Trubisky did good. David Montgomery did ridiculously good. He had an 80-yard touchdown. And also my man, Allen Robinson, doing me good on fantasy.
Allen Robinson.
He was really good today. 9 receptions, 123 yards, 1 touchdown.
You know what I really don't like? Watch. I'm telling you, the Bears front office and all Bears fans, right after this game, right after Mitchell Trubisky had a good game, 3 touchdowns, 267 yards, they're going to go, oh, franchise quarterback. Oh, we need him. No, calm down.
Oh, you're such a Bears hater. You're such a Bears hater.
Bro, I'm not a Bears hater.
You're such a Bears hater.
No. I'm not a Bears hater.
You're a Bears hater. Look how mad you're getting.
Fans. I hate Bears fans. Because they overhyped their team so much. They went from this is their first win since, what was it, week 5. Think about that.
Well, that's a long time.
I think week 5 or week 6. This is their first win. I mean, come on. It's week 14, week 13? 14?
Yeah, it was week 6.
Yeah, oh damn, it is week 14. Yeah, so I mean, come on. That's sad. So I don't have much faith in the Bears, especially with everything that they have, because 2 years ago they had the best defense in the league. They also had a great offense, and the reason they lost in the playoffs is because of their kicker.
You're a Bears hater.
Hey,
you're a Bears hater.
Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. All right, let's go
on to the Cardinals-Giants game.
Yes.
This game was.
We can go past this. We don't have to talk about it. It's
all right. Well, the Giants lost. That's all you got to say for this.
Yes.
Very sad. Very sad.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit surprised because no. I thought it would be a close. I had a feeling.
I did not think it was going to be close at
all.
No,
you want to know why? Because the Seahawks have one of the best offenses in the league, and the Giants defense were able to completely dominate Russell Wilson. And you're talking about the Cardinals, who don't have as good of an offense. They do have a good offense, just not as good. But it was a much bigger margin.
Giants aren't good. They got lucky that last game.
Yep, but we still gonna make playoffs. I don't care. We're still gonna make playoffs.
All right. I still got the football team picking.
Nope, absolutely not. Let's go on to the next game, though. Dallas Cowboys and the Bengals. Even if you think I hate the Bears, which I don't, we aren't even going to talk about the Cowboys. Oh God, they did win, right? Andy Dalton MVP, obviously.
My man.
185 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Amari was also pretty good today.
Amari was good today. He did well. Zeke has been, again, not doing well.
That wasn't terrible.
He was fine, but I feel like he's just not getting the rushes.
Well, yeah, they only gave him. They gave Tony Pollard more.
No, he had more.
I think it's because it's a down year.
I guess, but come on, he's your number one rusher, and
the Cowboys would be so much better if Dak didn't get injured.
Yeah, I mean, when Zeke is good and when he's healthy, he is a top 3 running back. I mean, he was top 3. Yeah, he was top. He was like third last year.
Well, I gave him top 5.
No, I put him. He's definitely third. Last year, I put him. It was.
Well, this year, Dalvin Cook is better than him. Derrick Henry's better than him.
Well,
Alvin
yeah, but
Kamara's
his
better than him.
potential is extremely high. Dak being
Not for
injured,
this season. This season,
no.
all 3 of those
Well,
guys are
no,
better.
Dak being injured and also terrible coaching by Mike McCarthy. Those are 2 factors that got him to having a downfall. Right. So, I mean, last year for me, it was Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, then Zeke. I mean, obviously things have changed now, but still, I think they can change again next year. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Zeke again be a top 5 or arguably top 3 running back because he has that potential. He's been able to do that.
It's always a possibility.
Yep.
Let's move on. Colts Raiders. I wasn't surprised at this. I thought it was very high scoring though.
Yeah. Oh my God, the Colts are insane.
Yeah, the Colts were really good.
They
Phillip Rivers, MVP, and Jonathan Taylor was ridiculous today.
Yeah. I
He was
honestly,
ridiculous.
I think since I've been watching the Colts more and more, I've been feeling more confident in them to say that I think they're a top 5 team. I really think that. I think it's more towards the end. I mean, I'd still have definitely Chiefs, Packers. Steelers have fallen down for me, but
I still put the Steelers above.
I'd still put the Steelers above.
Saints are better.
Saints. I mean, for me, it probably.
They're top 10. They're not top 5 though. The Bills are better than them too.
Who else would you put them in? I mean, Bills maybe, but you have probably the Colts. Arguably, no. You know what? I think they do have the best defense in the league. I put them better than the Steelers.
Oh no.
Yes.
No. Oh,
You're kidding me. We're gonna look at a game against the football team. The football team, who we know have one of the worst offenses in the league. The reason that they have so many wins is because of that defense and Chase Young.
But like they have one good game. The Steelers. Let's look at the Steelers. Let's see the most points that they've given up. The most points that they've given up. They haven't given up anything over 30. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at the Colts. The highest they've ever given up. 27. And then 31 against the Packers.
That's the Packers.
Yeah.
The Steelers have also played the easiest teams in the league. They have the easiest schedule in the league.
Okay. But I still think that the Steelers have a better defense. They have TJ Watt too. It was ridiculous.
I'm telling you, if you put the Steelers up, I mean, I still think that I still have them second. I mean, I just have less faith in them than I did 2-3 weeks ago after watching that game and been watching them more recently and thinking about it, because you look at their schedule, right? They had such an easy schedule. This is the easiest road that they've had. They got so lucky that they got this. So, I mean, they had a chance to go 16-0 and they lost it. And
no, yeah. Well, obviously, you don't win every you how hard is it to win every game? You know how hard that is?
Well, yeah, but they still had a chance to even have one of the best records in the league.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. But you can't put a defense and say, "Oh, they're better because they didn't give up more than 30 points." Obviously,
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Why?
Oh, it doesn't matter. If you hold offenses to ridiculous amounts of points, you're still a good defense.
Hold on. When the Steelers played good offense, no, even when they played a bad offense, they lost.
They haven't given up a game more than 30 points.
Okay, because the Colts when they played it against teams that were good, like one of the best teams in the league, like you said, the Packers, they gave up 31 points, which is still very good for them.
Whatever. Moving on. Ridiculous game.
No,
Jets, Seahawks.
No. You know I'm right. All right, it's Jets, Seahawks.
No, you're not right. You're completely wrong.
Okay. Jets, Seahawks.
Russell Wilson 4 touchdowns. DK back at it.
No surprise.
The game was boring. I didn't watch it.
It was 40-3. What do you expect? The Jets got one field goal in the first quarter, and that was it.
Ridiculousness. Yeah. And then there's nothing to cover on that one, literally.
Absolutely not.
Next game, Packers Lions. This was closer than I expected.
Was
Lions did a pretty good job. Matthew Stafford did pretty good. He didn't throw any interceptions this game, which was good. And Aaron Rodgers had a really good game. And Devontae Adams again doing ridiculous stuff.
oh my
And
God.
Robert Tonyan's an underrated tight end, to be honest.
He really is. I think he's a top 5 tight end in my books. He's been getting like a consistent touchdown every single game for the past couple weeks now.
Yeah,
And
for last month.
yeah, I mean, it's now Devontae Adams and Robert Tonyan. Those are Aaron Rodgers.
And Aaron Jones is a little overrated.
Maybe a little bit, but I still think he's one of the top. I still put him as a top running back.
Yeah, but he's still overrated.
A little bit, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the Falcons and Chargers game, which was very close as the Chargers
Really
won by
close.
3 points, 20-17. Matt Ryan, what is going on?
3 interceptions is not okay.
Yeah, I mean, you had the same amount of touchdowns as your wide receiver, Russell Gage. Come on, man.
Russell Gage.
And he threw a 39-yard bomber. Come on, man.
My
Come on.
goodness. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Calvin Ridley, though.
Calvin Ridley was so good. He's on my fantasy team. Thank goodness I have him.
I know. You were going crazy about that. But the Chargers did really well overall. Keenan Allen was doing well. Austin Eckler, Justin Herbert, the defense, everybody was doing great.
Yeah, everyone was good.
It was a good game for the Chargers.
Yeah, definitely. Next game, Washington versus the 49ers. The defense for Washington saved them. You said they had 2 touchdowns?
They had 2 touchdowns. They had a punt return, and then they had a fumble recovery touchdown.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
They have the best do I want to say that? Not the best defense. Don't worry, I'm not going to say that.
Okay,
I
good.
think they probably have the best defensive line, though, in my opinion.
One of.
I mean, I think they definitely have one of the best. I mean, they're top 3 in rushing defense. It's really that passing defense that hurts them. But their rushing defense is so insane. Chase Young is a beast.
Chase Young was really good.
Complete beast. I think he's the best rookie in the entire class. I mean, we've seen a lot of great players. Chase Young, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, James Robinson. But
James Robinson's really good. I think he's definitely.
Yes, James Robinson's been good, but Chase Young has been able to completely turn around the Washington franchise. Because I think if they didn't have him or if they had a different player.
They also have Terry, too. Don't forget.
Yeah. Come on, Scary Terry. Come on. It's not.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, he's good. No. I'm not saying he's a terrible player, but the problem is that he's not going to be able to succeed because of their quarterback issues. Because Alex Smith, Dwayne Haskins, neither of them have been able to find their groove. So Scary Terry has not been able to look so scary.
Well, I guess.
It's really been Chase Young.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, let's move on to probably a huge upset, the Eagles and the Saints game.
You see what happens when you take out Carson Wentz?
They win. Jalen Hurts, 100.
Jalen Hurts had 106 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Isn't that ridiculous?
I was really shocked when I saw that the Eagles drafted a quarterback. When at the draft, I was like, why? But
Isn't that a good thing they did that?
Oh my God, it was a great thing. You had a great quarterback, and I mean, it was worth it. It was worth the pick. I think you want to see him play a couple more games to figure out if this is what he's going to be like. And if
he's not going to. Against a really hard Saints defense, a really good Saints defense. Like, I'd love to see him do more, obviously. But I think Jalen Hurts is going to be a really good quarterback, and it's definitely better than Carson Wentz.
I think he'll be really good. I mean, we'll see what's going to happen. I think what's going to happen the rest of the year, and I think the Eagles front office is going to have a lot of time to think. Would you want to put your chances on this quarterback that like a rookie right now?
Yes.
Or do you want to and give up the veteran quarterback that you just paid a ton of money to that really helped you? And he was one of the best quarterbacks last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Now he's not as good. So it's a really tough decision right now to really figure out.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is.
Yep.
But let's head on to the game that's in progress right now. Steelers Bills 15-26. The Bills just regained the ball. There's 6 minutes left of the fourth quarter.
Yep,
Ben
Bills.
Roethlisberger has 2 interceptions, and Juju has a touchdown. Juju's having a good game. He's got 6 receptions, 55 yards. And Stephon Diggs is going off again. 10 receptions, 130
Got another
yards,
reception.
touchdown.
He's a beast.
He's so good. He's just really good.
He's a top 5 wide receiver. I really did not expect him to do this well. I knew he was going to do well, but not
He's on fantasy, he's extremely consistent.
on fantasy. He's extremely consistent, and he's just in real life.
He's good. He
been
catches
really
so
good.
much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then tomorrow, Ravens versus the Browns. Ravens for me.
Probably Ravens. Yeah, and obviously no faith in Baker Mayfield in that offense.
No, against the Ravens defense, that's really good.
Yeah. I mean, they have probably the 3rd best defense in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah. I put them right behind the Colts and
yeah.
the Steelers.
Great rushing defense, great passing defense. They're great all around. I think how they're going to win this game though is going to be all in Lamar Jackson's hands.
Yeah, if Lamar Jackson does good, they win.
Yep.
I think Lamar Jackson will do good. I still think he's really capable. He's really good.
I still think he's really good, but he's never going to be what he was last year. Last year is one of the greatest quarterback years that we've seen. Regular season years that we've ever seen. Right? Sorry, I had to emphasize regular season. One of the best. They were 14-2. He had an amazing run over, what was it, to 3,000 passing yards and over 1,000 rushing yards.
1,000 rushing yards. I thought it was 4,000 passing yards.
It might have been, but he still had a lot, especially even for having that is insane. I mean, he was extremely consistent all year round, and I really don't think we're ever going to see a player like him, and B,
someone that's so quick and someone that runs so quick, but
and is consistent.
Football's modernizing, though, I will say.
Yes, I mean the thing is, because I know people are saying, "Oh, Kyler Murray is going to be just like that." He won't. Kyler Murray's not quick. He is not as good of a passer as Lamar Jackson is. Either last year or this year, Kyler Murray throws a lot of it,
and he's not as good of a rusher either.
No,
he's not as good a rusher either.
He's a good rusher, but not as good as Lamar Jackson was last year.
No way. Lamar Jackson's too quick too.
Yeah. His potential to be a great rusher, though, I will say that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all for today, everyone.
Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts have been on Week 14 of the NFL.
Tune into the next episode on Friday. See you guys next time.